I'm sure you're doing a great job preparing for IELTS test, and you will be looking for some tips to improve your IELTS score. So today's lesson will be all about those tips for IELTS, but specifically for listening. Welcome to my new class. My name is Imelda, and we will be discussing few tips or pointers which are very important and are recommended by the British Council members themselves. So let's take a look at few tips. Tip number 1, instructions. Sometimes people have the tendency to go straight to the question before reading it. This is a place where a lot of students make mistakes. Why? Because some questions will have instructions saying that no more than 3 words. In questions like this, which has an instruction so specific, even if you add one more word, you will lose the score. So please be very careful. Read the instruction first before you head on to the question. The second tip would be time. There are various phrases to describe time. I'm sure you would have heard some. Let me give you a few examples. Have you heard of the phrase quarter to, half past, 10 minutes to 5? These are ways to describe time. Now this is where people lose scores as well. For example, if the phrase says quarter to 8, the time actually means 7:45. But someone who's listening to the audio clip and he listens quarter to 8, he may focus only on the number 8 and may write 8 o'clock. This is wrong because quarter to 8 means 7:45 and not 8 o'clock. Moving on to the third tip, the writing skills. This test, IELTS listening, is about your listening skills, no doubt about it. However, you will be tested on your grammar, your sentence framework, as well as your spellings. So if you make a mistake in either of these three, you will be losing your score. So be very careful while you're writing. Anyways, you will be given some time when you're transferring your answers. So take a moment before you write something and be very sure of what you're writing. The fourth tip is the abbreviation. A lot of students don't know about this. If you want to write your answer in using abbreviation, it is fine, but you have to look for very standard abbreviation. For example, if you want to talk about 30 seconds or 10 seconds, it's okay if you write 10 SEC, because SEC is a standard abbreviation for IELTS, British Council members. However, if you write 10S, this is wrong. They will not be able to accept this answer. So you have to be very careful. My recommendation would be write the full word, 10 seconds, SECONDS. You will save a lot of, I'll not say you'll save time, but you will improve your chances to get a higher score. The next tip is practice test. There are some people who are very confident with English and say, oh yeah, I've been living in that country for so long, I can do this. Yes, good for you, do it. However, practice makes man perfect. So practice as much as you can, as you never know, you may be improving your level of ability in English a little higher than what you have, and it is a good thing. So practice as much as you can. The next and the most important tip is tricky twist. You will have audio clips with portions where they will be going back and forth with the same information. For example, someone would be saying, "Hi, let's meet at 10 p.m. And if you have a question which says, what time have they decided to meet? And if you answer just based on this sentence, let's meet at 10 p.m. and you write 10 p.m., be watchful, because this is where the twist comes. The other person may say, oh no, I can't. Let's meet at 9:50. So you will write again 9:50. And then they say, no, I can't do it. Let's meet at 10:30. That will be fine. So your final answer is 10:30. If you are not able to get this information, and the moment you finish listening to 10 p.m., some people tend to go to the next question immediately without listening clearly. And this is where you become wrong. So hold on to that question while the information in your audio is still running. If they're talking about the meeting, let them finish the topic on meeting before you move on to the next question. So tricky twists are very, very tricky, and be very careful. The next tip would be teen versus T. What do I mean by that? It means some people get confused when you're talking about numbers. You don't know, are they talking about 15 or are they talking about 50? This requires practice. You have to practice over and over again to get the right answer. The only tip I would say is, whenever the number ends with teen, the focus would be at the last part, 15. So its focus is on teen. However, whenever the number ends with T, for example, 50, the focus or the stress is at the first part of the word or the number. So if you're hearing, let's have 15 glasses of juices, focus, where is the stress in the number? Is it the last or the first half of the number? 15, the stress will be on teen. 50, the stress will be on the first half, which is 50. The next one we have is clues. You will have your question paper ahead of you even before you could start hearing your audio clips. So as soon as you get the question paper, please take a moment, go through the question clearly and try to find out words that will give you clues on what the audio clip will be all about. Now, clues could mean synonyms. When you're talking about, let's say, request. What did the person request? Requests have other words. What did the person ask for? So use those words as your clues and understand what the audio clip might be and at what areas can you get your answers. So these are the tips that are recommended by the British Council members themselves, and it is very useful. I would recommend all of you to take note of all these points. I hope this video was useful to you. You've learned something new, and all the best for your IELTS examination. I will be coming back soon with a new lesson on reading or writing or speaking, but I will be back soon. Till then, have fun, stay healthy, and wish you best of luck. Goodbye.